Today's morning coffee vinyl side, Kate and Anna McGarrigle, Pronto Monto, 1978. This is Canadian singer-songwriter sister duo Kate and Anna McGarrigle's third album. The sisters got their start in Montreal's New York-adjacent coffeehouse folk scene in the early 60s as members of the Mountain City Four. The Four were basically the house band at the heart of the Montreal Folk Workshop, the veritable beating heart of the Eastern Canadian folk scene. If you were any kind of national or international act, or an aspiring folkie or artist, you came through the workshop and were hosted by members of the Four. They built deep-rooted connections and friendships with the preeminent folkies and artists of the day and positioned themselves within the center of a new Canadian arts community as its preeminent movers and shakers. As a Canadian Gen Xer, it's hard not to think of this Mountain City Four as anything but a Canadian arts version of the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse. These early boomers, basically my parents' age, presided over the Canadian arts establishment, complete with its own velvet rope. And all this was made easier by the generous funding and support of the Canadian government, and with the introduction of CANCON, Canadian content laws that required a certain percentage of radio and television programming to be Canadian. These were careers and lives lived in privilege that would not otherwise have happened had the market done the choosing. The opportunity cost of this was all those acts that never got past the velvet rope. This album is some precious and pretentious bullshit. But bullshit is what it is. A vanity project born of too many wine and cheese mixers, where Leonard Cohen is the one spilling the canapes on your newly imported woolen carpet, and the Prime Minister's wife is teaching you how to hand roll. And I note it was recorded partially in the same studio at the same time that a young Van Halen was recording their first album right down the hall. Now, which of the two do you think got more airplay in Canada that year? Yeah,